This is from Paid 2009. Tony, I assume you know scales, Tony? No. Sadly, and I do not know any scales. Look. That's about it. That's all I know. Look. See, I messed up already. Look. See, I don't know any scales. I can't alternate pick to save my life, and I don't know any scales. You can say, Tony, that's stupid. You should know scales. I know. Look, if I could read music, I would love to read music. I'm just not disciplined. I've always wanted to learn how to play piano. I'm not disciplined. I can't read notes or keys or those stupid, I can't read sheet music. To me, it's like math. I hate math. And when I start to have to learn keys and modes and notes and theory and all this and little musical notes, my mind just becomes like static, like those TV stations where you just see snow. My mind goes like that when I think about music. For me, music it comes from the heart. You just play what feels good, what sounds good, and to me that's music. If I have to start understanding it and breaking it down, and he's doing this and he's playing these chords over this mode, it goes over my head, and you lose me, and I lose interest in it because I don't want to learn that way. I play by ear. I play what sounds good. I play what's in my head, and I try to put it out there on the guitar. If I hear something I like, I try to learn it. I don't try to understand it. I don't try to look about the code, the chords, or the theory. I don't do that. I'm not knocking it, because if I knew that, that'd be great. I'd be that much better musician and player. But because I never learned it that way, I never had the discipline to learn music, read music, study music. I just play by ear. I play by heart, and I'm happy. And that's just how I am. This is from Jim Stella. Play some songs from Paul Stanley's first solo album. You know, Jim, I love Paul Stanley's solo album from 1978. That's probably my favorite solo album of all four Kiss. Paul Stanley wrote some amazing tracks. Tonight You Belong to Me. He wrote some great tracks on Paul Stanley's 1978 solo album. So I'll be happy to tackle Paul Stanley 1978. This is also from Bobo Rap Sovine, regarding the Paul Stanley. Yeah, I've been trying to play the solo from Ain't Quite Right for decades. Bob Kulick played it on the record, and it just smokes. I have yet to see anyone play this correctly. I know it's just bluesy pentatonic licks in the key of A, but it's executed very eloquently in a manner most shredders can't cop. Oh yeah, Bobo Rap? Listen, Bobo Rap. Listen, bitch. I'm just joking. But Bobo Rap and Jim Stella, I will be happy to tackle for a lesson Ain't Quite Right. I'm going to tackle Ain't Quite Right, and I'm going to try to teach you Ain't Quite Right as best I can, because Bob Kulick, if that's who the guitar player was on Paul Stanley's solo album, that is a great album. So I'll be happy to tackle Ain't Quite Right for Jim Stella and Bobo Rap Sovine, all right? So look for Ain't Quite Right guitar lesson coming soon. So I'm going to work on that one. I love Paul Stanley. All right, this is from Scott Hanna. Tony, I know you play a Boss E-band. Absolutely love your tones. Thank you, Scott. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. But for Christmas, I got a Spark Positive Grid. Was wondering if your tones could transfer over to keep it rocking. I've never tried or seen a Spark Positive Grid, but the easiest way I can tell you without seeing what it has on the menu and so forth, pick an amp based on what I have. Use your ears. I don't know if it's going to be a high gain amp, a moderately gain amp, or a low gain amp, but look at my settings, and obviously you may not have the exact settings, but try to match the bass, treble, presence, mids, and so forth. If I have chorus or delay or reverb, because most of my tones have that, just try to get in the vicinity. Without looking at your spark, I will say confidently my tones will work with whatever you have, stop boxes, effects processors. I'll get you there, but you have to use your ear to match it. Does that make sense? Because we all hear things differently, but if I have chorus and you have a different type of chorus, you're gonna have to use your ear to match my chorus if we're not on the same, with the same parameters and so forth. If my chorus is very high stereo and you're using a mono chorus, you have to tweak your chorus and so forth. Same with the delay. Most of my delays are in the 350 milliseconds to 400 milliseconds. The rest is going to be the feedback time and the repeat time. So you can play along with that. I usually have overdrive, like a clean boost on most of my tones. So play with your clean boost and so forth. But you should be able to match my tones with your spark. Brian Langton. Killer Lynch is the best. I never thought about the 8th fret thing before, but George definitely has favorite notes that come up and is playing over and over again. I spent so many hours of my life listening to Doc, and I think it just comes out in your playing, and I hear his style when I'm playing because I've listened to him so much more than anyone. He just hits any note, and if it's not quite right one, he'll bend, slide, vibrato, or trill the crap out of it to make it work. True. You get it, Brian Langton, you get it. George Lynch just knows the fretboard, and he just hits these random notes, and he knows when he's off or he didn't mean to do it. Like he'll do it really fast when doing a trill, bend, vibrato, slide. He gets out of it and it's like, damn, that sounded good. That's what I want to capture in my playing and to share with you is if you just play what sounds good to you, you can make it sound really good without having to learn all the scales, all the modes. You don't need to know that. I mean, you don't need to know that. I mean, I don't think Jimi Hendrix, I can't speak for Jimi Hendrix, I don't think he was worried about writing music and sheet music and notes and this goes over here and this. I think he just played what he heard in his head and boom, it sounds good. Let the musicians break it down and blah, 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 blah. I don't think he was writing notes and stuff with a piece of paper. No. Like Eddie Van Halen, he just played what's in his head. Eric Clapton played what's in his head. Jeff Beck, what's in his head. They're not playing with notes and keys and modes. They just play what's off the top of their head. Brian Langton, stick around. I got a lot more Lynch Getting Back to Basics guitar lesson videos where I'm going to break down as easiest and as fun a lot of George Lynch solos, but we're going to extract licks from his playing so that you don't ever have to worry about, oh, I need to know this solo. You don't need to know a solo to play like Lynch or to sound like Lynch. But if you can grab certain parts of a solo, which are licks, now you can keep the licks with you forever. Forget the damn solo. You now have all these licks of George Lynch. That's what I'm trying to get across. We can go over every Dawkins song, every Lynch Mob song, and we're going to do that. But I'm not going to show you the notes for notes of the solo because we're not trying to learn the solo. We want to hear the solo and what sticks out on that solo. What phrase or bend or trill or pinch harmonic or fast run stands out on that solo. We're going to extract it. So now you have that one favorite part. It's now part of your arsenal. Forget the song, forget the solo. You already know what key it's in. Learn that lick, that phrase, whatever. It's now yours. That's what we're going to do by getting back to basics. All right, this is from Kim Warmbier. Kim, Tony, just watched you burn the house down Lynch style. Tony, cool, too cool. From a 64-year-old guy that can't get enough ripping, flamethrowing, smoking guitar. Thanks. Kim Warmbier, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you very, very much. This is from Kink in My Slinky. Mark Diglio and XYZ were discovered by Don Dawkins. I didn't know that. Mark is an amazing guitar player with some juicy riffs and some hair-raising late 80s solos. I didn't know that, Kink in My Slinky, about Diglio. Bust out a Diglio guitar tone patch along with the HH Booty riff solo. Oh, okay. So Kink in My Slinky. Let me, as I mentioned before, let me work on the Mark Diglio guitar tone patch and we'll get that to you, all right? This is from Mike Campisi. Nobody trills better in a sweater than you. Thank you, Mike. I will be doing, stay tuned, coming soon, guitar video or videos on trills. We'll make it a definitive guide on Jordan Lynch trills, how I approach it, how Jordan Lynch does it, how we're going to break it down, and we'll do that. And we'll make it fun, all right? So we're going to have a video or a couple of videos on Jordan Lynch trills. So anybody that wants to master the Jordan Lynch trill and branch out from there, hopefully my videos will help you get there. All right, so stay tuned, Mike. Neil Woodall, Happy New Year, Tony. I was wondering what you were up to. Great to see you jamming the Lynch style again. Cheers and rock. Neil Woodall, good to see you. Thank you so much. As many people have requested, we're going to get back down. We're going to get back to basics with Jordan Lynch. We're going to make it as simple as possible, but as fun, quick and easy, get out in 10 minutes or less videos, but we're going to be extracting Jordan Lynch solos, pull out the licks, and give you the licks so you can keep the licks in your arsenal. Forget the damn song, forget the damn solo, you don't need to know any of that. Once you get the Jordan Lynch licks and steal them, you'll have them in your arsenal, and we'll by getting back to basics. Thanks, Neil. This is from Dennis Duckworth. Really enjoying the site. You're excellent at what you do. What is your opinion on John Sykes' Bad Boys live album? Great stuff. John Sykes is a beast. I love his style. I love his delay. He's also got some really fast left-handed trills. John Sykes is a phenomenal guitar player. I need to do more videos on John Sykes. There's not very many videos out there on John Sykes, so maybe I'll be the first to tackle John Sykes. So thank you so much, Dennis. Let me work on some John Sykes material, and I get that out as soon as I can. This is from Sean Curtin. Well, besides the beautiful custom guitar Jordan Lynch there, what effects, amps do you use, please? Great tone, superb playing there. Thanks for sharing. Sean Curtin, as I mentioned, obviously, if you're new, I've been using the Boss E-Band JS10 since 2010. From 2005 to 2010, I had the Boss E-Band JS8. Then I upgraded to a JS10. I've been using the Boss E-Band JS10 since 2010 to present. All my effects, everything I use, everything you hear is strictly from the Boss E-Band. So check it out, look at my playlist. I show you how I get to my tones. And if you're interested in the Boss E-Band, they're out there. You can try Reverb, eBay, Sweetwater, just type in Boss E-Bands, and you should be able to find one online, new or used. But they're really good, and they're very durable and long-lasting. Okay. Hey everybody, I'm Tony. Thanks so much for hanging out with me at the Headbangers Hideout. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, leave them below. All requests will be considered. I'll see you folks real soon. You're watching the Headbangers Hideout. Thanks everybody. See you folks real soon. Bye.